I'm Erin Tarr of Be the Benchmark. I run the Fierce and Flourish Girl Empowerment Programs, and I am so happy to be with you today. What I wanted to talk about is COVID-19 and your kiddos. So I wrote a blog post, I read it, I reread it, it still holds up, but literally like maybe 1 week into the quarantine and COVID, I wrote a blog post that was like, here's some tips for your teen during COVID. And I look at them and they're still decent. It's not a problem, but I don't think at that time I had any idea what was going to ensue. None of us had any idea, right? I remember I was a guest on somebody else's live stream and I said, I feel like we're at the beginning of a dystopian novel. And they're like, oh, I hope we're at the end. And I'm like, oh. And even then, I didn't know really how this was going to kind of develop. And so here we are 7 months in, we're heading into the winter months, and nothing for your kids, especially your teens and tweens, is normal, or what we would consider. Even if they're going to school, they're masked and they're social distanced and they're eating in their classrooms and they're not having recess. And if they're at home and they're online learning, that's totally different. Your schedule is disrupted, their schedule is disrupted. Today was the first time our family, not the first time, but our family isn't home all together a lot. And we were home together and we're like, oh, we could go eat, but it's cold outside and we can't eat outside and we can't eat inside. And what are we gonna do? And the point is, everything is different. And so I have for you 3 major steps that are going to help you help your teen or tween or even younger kid, possibly depending on how they're dealing with things, through the winter months. So here they are. Tip number 1, to take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. For everything that your teen or tween or kiddo is going through, for everything they are going through, you are going through those same things too. You are dealing with the disappointment. You are dealing with the disruption. You are dealing with the decision fatigue. Like, you are going through all the things that they are going through, and you have to take care of yourself first, because you cannot, as they say, pour from an empty cup. I know that's hard because we don't always know how to do that, and we're used to taking care of everyone else, but the reality is you have to take care of yourself first. But the second thing that will really help your kids, that kind of piggybacks on that one, is talk to them about what you're doing to take care of yourself during this time. Talk to them, tell them, here are the 3 things that mommy's trying to do today for my mental health, for my emotional health, for my physical health. Here are the things that I'm trying to do to feel like our family is still connected. Here, and being very crystal clear about how you communicate what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do that. So, first tip, take care of yourself. Second tip, speak calmly and clearly and repeatedly about the things that you're doing to take care of yourself. And the third thing that I would urge you to do as you're helping your kiddos through these issues and through COVID-19 and through the winter and through the coldness and the darkness and not even being able to get outside as much, the third thing is to then ask them. Ask them. They have a knowing inside of them of what they need. What do you need to feel safer, to feel more secure, to feel more whole, to feel taken care of? And how can we talk through that together? How can we try to make some of those things happen? How can we as a family come around one another? Because it's going to be so much easier for them to process that and to implement those things and to talk to you about them when they see you doing those things for them yourself, and then when they hear you plainly, clearly, repeatedly talking about how you're doing those things and why you're doing those things. Because we are, to be so cliche, all in this together. Your family is all in this together. And so no one of you is dealing with this in one certain way, the right way or the wrong way or the best way or the worst way. We're all dealing with it together. And so those are the 3 tips that I really want you to remember. 1, take care of yourself first. 2, talk about how you're taking care of yourself. Make it a daily conversation with your kiddos. And 3, then ask them what it is that they need, because they don't need the same things that you do. Their personality is different. Their life stage is different. How you help make that happen is going to look different depending on what other factors are going on with your family. But talk to them about it. Let them know. And those are 3 things that are really going to help you through this time. It's not rocket science. But sometimes we do need to be reminded, and we do need to help each other. So I think somewhere around here, there's a link to the Fierce Moms group. So if you want to discuss this more with some other fierce moms that would be interested in helping each other and supporting one another and encouraging one another through this time, feel free to jump in that group. We would love to have you there. You guys go choose your thoughts to create a life you love and end up changing the world, okay? And we'll see you.